What's up everyone, welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Today we're taking a look at Polygon and its recent price action, and make sure to watch the video till the end for a price prediction for the short and the long term as well. First things first, please smash the likes, subscribe and hit the bell icon. YouTube is not pushing crypto content out currently and our subscribers aren't getting notifications, so make sure to join our free Telegram to stay up to date with all of our videos as they are posted, links in the description. It really helps if you hit the like. We're posting 4 videos per day, so come back every day for daily updates and analysis, and make sure to comment down below for your chance to win a hardware wallet in our new monthly giveaway. We'd also like to thank you all so much for your support. We've just hit 10k subscribers, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, we're just letting you know that YouTube is currently censoring our content. From what we can tell, our reach to new viewers is officially down around 80% lower than what it was 1 month ago. So make sure to hit that like button, just give it a quick little tap now for us. It'll just take like 5 seconds to just give it a tiny little tap. It just lets more people see our content. We've just hit 10k subscribers. So thank you all so much for your support. We really appreciate all of you. We're making daily crypto videos, so make sure to check back every day manually to the channel or join the free Telegram in the description to get updates of every video being posted. It seems as though even if you're subscribed to the channel and have all notifications turned on with the bell, you're still not receiving our content on a regular basis, so it's clear that there's something wrong with YouTube right now. It seems as though they're censoring most cryptocurrency channels. There doesn't seem to be any reason for this that we can find out as of yet, but we will keep digging and see if we can find the answers. But obviously a very frustrating situation, but it really helps if you just tap the like button. It helps to push the content out to more people, and we really appreciate all of you so much. So without further ado, let's take a look at Polygon here. It does look as though Polygon is forming what we've been saying for pretty much all cryptocurrencies over the past few days, which is essentially this ascending triangle kind of formation, as you can see here. Although Polygon's isn't as pronounced as some of them, it does look as though it is forming, as you can see here. We have been making higher lows on our price action here, or you could even say this is the low if you're just counting candles. But as you can see, we have basically been making forming some kind of ascending triangle here. We're still stuck under this resistance that we have been stuck under ever since we hit around 270 here. We've obviously been chopping it up like this, basically chopping it up and rolling over to the downside every time we came up to meet this resistance. As you can see here, we have been rejected pretty much every time that we've hit this line of resistance, so it's pretty clear that there is going to be a decision to be made with Polygon. It is moving upwards, as we can see here, with this ascending triangle, as is the case with Bitcoin as well. And it does seem as though with Bitcoin currently at around 34k, but it does look as though Bitcoin's forming this kind of formation as well. We could be looking at potentially some upside for Polygon pretty soon, quite significantly in our opinion. Obviously, when we broke out of this descending triangle that we saw here, we were expecting us to basically come up and back up to this 230 level, but with the wider market chopping it sideways, especially with Bitcoin as well moving sideways, this obviously means that altcoins continue to bleed, and we have been rolling over quite clearly on the chart here. So with an ascending triangle, there's around a 70% chance this will break to the upside, because obviously you're retesting this continuous resistance here, but you're making higher lows, so eventually the higher lows are going to squeeze you to have a battle here, and more often than not, you would be breaking to the upside here if this was the case, because obviously the more times that you test a resistance, the more chance there is of breaking to the upside, and we'd say there's about a 70% chance this will break to the upside, because this is generally the percentage chance you've got of an ascending triangle, as we're seeing here, of breaking to the upside. So if this does continue to be respected here, and we do continue to make these higher lows and move upwards through this channel, we will be first looking to tackle this resistance we've been under for some time here. And if we can break this, we would be looking at a very nice pump potentially out of this ascending triangle as well, above this resistance, and then probably to a very nice price target. So if we just take our little line here and look how much the upside could potentially be, we would be looking at potentially coming back up to around 150, 155 here. This is something that we've been talking about quite a lot in the past few days, but we do really think that this is probably going to happen. It does look as though the market in general is on the up, and a lot of the fear is starting to subside from what we can tell. Bitcoin is starting to make some nice runs to the upside. It's currently chopping around at the 34k mark, we believe. But in our opinion, it's probably going to continue to do pretty well into the future. Obviously, no one likes to see what we've been seeing in the market recently, but it did look as though we were just getting really overextended, and we're now looking at potentially getting back on track. As you can see here, we have actually been getting very, very oversold. This is something that we will continue to talk about because we do think it's very important. Obviously, the last time we were this oversold, basically down here around 1 or 2 cents, and then obviously you can see what happened after this. So even if we got incredibly oversold again and then started to move up like we did here, we could be looking at a very, very nice bit of price action for Polygon. If we just take a look at our daily time frame here, you can get a bit of a better idea of what's going on. Pretty obvious that ever since the start of the year, we've had an absolutely incredible tear to the upside, haven't we? It's been absolutely insane. There might be a chart here with longer price history. What about KuCoin? This is not correct. I was just looking for a chart that had longer price history, but it does look as though Binance has the longest one. But as we can see, Polygon for the longest time, ever since 2019 here, it's basically been chopping it sideways, hasn't it? It's had little pumps here and there, but mostly just chopping it sideways till this bull run when we've had this incredible move to the upside quite clearly. Let me just draw a line here, see if we can find anything useful. So if we were just looking at this here, when the bull run started, we've took this low point here where we were oversold, basically put the line in here, and then we could say that this is potentially our trend line. Let's make this blue and big so we can see it. So if this was our trend line here, then nothing to be concerned about really, is that we've obviously got very, very overextended. This is where we formed the trend. We had a nice little break to the upside here. Bullish on our EMAs, holding the 20 very nicely, coming here, back testing the 50, coming up, back testing the 50, and now we're coming down, which is a bit of a concern, but obviously we are holding a previous level of support here and a previous swing low. And as we said, on the daily time frame, this isn't too much of a big deal. Obviously, we have got the cross of the EMAs, which is technically bearish, but it can be quite a lagging indicator. And we've obviously already seen quite a lot of the downwards momentum, and it does look as though we are starting to bottom out here. There's a lot of resistance underneath the dollar from what we can see. And I mean, things aren't looking too bad for Polygon right now. Everyone's saying that, oh yeah, we're going to zero, whatever. We're in a bear market. We always like to reiterate in all of our videos that we don't think this is the case. There's no actual evidence to suggest this right now. When you look at the charts and you look at the data, you can see we haven't even retested the 55 on the weekly time frame here. We haven't even retested the 20 EMA on the weekly time frame either. So for us to be in a bear market, we'd need to see Polygon come down well below the 55 in our opinion and start losing it as support here and starting to roll over like this. This is when you're starting to look at potential bear market territory, when you're stuck under the 55 on the weekly time frame. But we're just not seeing it. Like we got really overextended. You can see here quite clearly on the weekly time frame, really overextended. Never even came back and touched the 20 EMA. We still haven't touched the 20 EMA. So quite clear that once we obviously flipped bullish here, we chopped it sideways for a good while over the course of last year. But obviously since then, we've been on an absolute tear for Polygon. We ran from literally around 1 or 2 cents all the way to $2.70 for Christ's sake. So quite obvious that we did need a little correction and move to the downside. But obviously, as you can see, we've been chopping it sideways quite nicely here. We're holding decent support in this area below $1. We do think there's a good amount of demand here for Polygon. So, I mean, things are not looking too bad for Polygon in our estimation. Obviously, over the past hour or so, it does look as though Bitcoin has taken a turn to the downside. Probably some more manipulation in the market. So we are seeing a little downturn for Polygon right now, but nothing to be too concerned about. As you can see, we're still inside of our triangle here, and we probably do think that we'll probably bottom out on the bottom of this, and then as we continue to trade upwards towards this resistance, we will potentially be looking at some decent price action in the short term for Polygon to the upside. So obviously in the long term, we do think Polygon's a top project. This is probably a project that is going to stick around, we would say. It's getting a really good amount of adoption in general, lots of projects being built on it, and obviously when it gets more integrated with other protocols, the issues with Ethereum are also causing it to pump. Over the course of the summer, smart contract platforms launching their main nets. Polygon's probably going to get some complementary competition as well, getting a nice little pump for itself. So all in all, things are looking good for Polygon. That's our update today, guys. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let us know down in the comments section below. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can keep up to date with all of our videos. Remember to comment down below and be subscribed to enter into our brand new monthly giveaway for a hardware wallet. If you'd like to support the channel more directly, please sign up to our Patreon via the link in the description below. Or sign up to YouTube membership by hitting the join button right next to the sub below this video, where you can get access to our private Discord. We're offering coin calls, one-to-one access to us personally, insight into our personal portfolio, daily research of crypto assets with massive potential, and access to our brand new 100x portfolio. With so many benefits, you might as well check it out below. Don't forget to get 2 free stocks with Webull by signing up and then depositing $100 using our link in the description below. You can quite literally deposit the $100, get your 2 free stocks and then withdraw the money, so there's no reason not to do that, and they could be valued all the way up to $1,600 each, but don't forget to actually deposit as well after signing up, otherwise you won't receive the second stock. Scammers get worse every day, so make sure to protect yourself and your crypto online with Pure VPN. Sign up below for some big discounts. You can get access to block content and protect yourself from phishing scams with super low monthly payments and high quality speeds. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.